quick acronym of the role of the board and the leadership team when it comes to governance. And again, it's an acronym, iORDER. I stands for integrity. The trust that people have so that you can mobilize resources. You need policies, you need to be compliant in order to gain that trust. O, oversight. We need to have, as leaders in the organization, the oversight to ensure that where we are, where we want to be, and how we are getting there are meeting both the legal but also the moral obligations of our organization. And sometimes the moral obligation is maybe we are helping women empowerment, but there is a fancy party that can be thrown in a 5-star hotel for a fashion show. Now, women's empowerment and a bikini fashion show, I'm not sure. You may make a lot of money, but does that make moral sense, is the question. You can get, and again, it doesn't mean you cannot or you should. Question is, have you evaluated, should you or should you know? So R, resources. Don't worry about budget hai ki nahi. Worry about ye karna chahiye ki nahi. Is it a priority in order to meet your mission? If it is a priority in order to meet your mission, go get the resources. Resources are out there. It's just a matter of telling the story right. So that's R. D, direction. In order to know direction, you need to know where you came from and where you want to be. You need at least 2 points on the graph to know aise ja rahe ki aise ja rahe ki aise ja rahe. So we need to know, evaluating how you got to this point. In the area of compliance, in the area of moral responsibility, in the area of impact, the area of transformation in the community, in the area of human resources, whatever. How did we get here? And where do we want to go? That's direction. IORD. E, the effectiveness of the decisions we have made. Very often, I always say, sometimes we do evaluation for reporting, not for learning. No? And we know we do that because dena hi hai, report to dena hi hai, and I have to, as Noshi said, I have to check those boxes. So the report, if we use that report for our strategic plan, we are actually lying to ourselves, and we know it. So it is really about ensuring that we are doing it, effectively, genuinely effectively, making our strategies based on real effectiveness rather than assumed effectiveness. And as a consultant, what I do is help them through matrices and all that to figure out which quadrant it belongs to and whether we should keep it or leave it. Sometimes it's like, but our founder's wife started it, we need to keep it. And that already is a question of effectiveness, It may have had a very big impact at that point in time. Now has it run out of its date, is the question. And hence effectiveness. IORDE, and the last one, R, risk. What are some of the risks we put our entity and the people who stand with this entity and our stakeholders if we do not meet some of those? And not just legal compliance again. It could be reputational risk. It could be a moral obligation. So what kind of values and culture that you as the leaders of the organization are creating among your volunteers, among your staff, among your stakeholders, be they donors or be they beneficiaries? So those are the key responsibilities I see when it comes to ensuring governance and good compliance.